Hello students, 18 Body fluids and circulation. In this lecture, human circulatory system and that is cardiac cycle. So main topics are human circulatory system and second is cardiac cycle. Let's start with human circulatory system. Now you know very well about structure of human heart. We have also studied the figure related with section of a human heart. So now it is easy to understand about human circulatory system. Human circulatory system is also known as blood vascular system and it is consist of muscular chambered heart, a network of closed branching blood vessels and blood and fluid which is circulated. So this way the human circulatory system, that is also known as blood vascular system, and consists of a muscular chamber heart, network of close branching blood vessels and blood, the fluid which is circulated throughout the system. Now let's discuss about the structure of human heart. Now you know very well about the structure of human heart. Human heart is a mesodermally derived organ. You have studied about the three germinal layer, endoderm, exoderm and mesoderm. So we can say it's a mesodermally derived organ. Where is its exact location? It is situated in the thoracic cavity in between two lungs. So it's a position of heart in human body. Now what about its size? As we know, its size is like its one's fist. So this much size is observed in human heart, that is fist size. It is protected by a double walled membranous bag which is known as pericardium, enclosing the pericardial fluid. So how does the heart is protected? It is protected by double walled membranous bag, that is pericardium, and this pericardium which encloses the pericardial fluid located inside. Our heart has four chambers. As we know, it's a four chamber heart structure. Two relatively smaller upper two chambers, they are known as atria, and two larger lower chambers, they are ventricles. So upper two auricles, so small upper two chambers known as atria, and two larger lower chambers, they are known as ventricles. This way heart is made up of four chambers. A thin muscular wall called the intertrial septum separate the right and left atria, where a thick wall, the interventricular septum, separate the left and right ventricles. That we will also study in figure. So this way the chamber of heart, two atrium and two ventricles, they are separated this way. Each of these septa are provided with an opening through which the two chambers of the same side are connected. So we can see though they are separated structure, but still by through opening these two chambers of same side, they are also connected. Opening between the right atrium and the right ventricle, it is guarded by a valve form of three muscular flaps or cups, and that's why this is known as tricuspid valve. Opening between right atrium, right ventricle, guarded by a valve structure, form the three muscular flap, and that's why it is known as tricuspid valve. One more valve, that is bicuspid, or also known as mitral valve. It guards the opening between the left atrium and the left ventricle. So we can understand both type, right atrium and right ventricle, that is opening between these two is guarded by three muscular flaps, is known as tricuspid valve. Another side, left atrium and left ventricle, opening that is guarded by bicuspid or mitral valve. Opening of the right and the left ventricle into the pulmonary artery and the aorta respectively are provided with the semilunar valve. So over and above bicuspid and tricuspid valve, another valvular structure is also present, which is known as semilunar valve. It is known as semilunar valve due to its shape. So opening of the right and left ventricles into pulmonary artery and aorta respectively, they are provided with the semilunar valve. Valves in the heart allow the flow of blood only in one direction. That is important role of this valvular structure in our heart, that it regulates the flow of blood only in one direction. As for example, we can say from atria to the ventricles and from the ventricles to the pulmonary artery or aorta. So this valves prevent any backward flow or back flow of blood. So this way separated blood, deoxygenated and oxygenated, they are separately flow in human heart. So this way the valvular structure, the main important role, that's maintenance of flow in one direction in human heart, and that is very important here. As we know, the heart is made up of cardiac muscles. These are specialized muscles, they are having special property. We have already studied this also. Walls of ventricles are much thicker than that of atria. The specialized cardiac, this muscular called nodal tissue, is also distributed in the heart, that we will study in figure also. A patch of this tissue is present in the right upper corner of the right atrium, and it is called sinoatrial node. Where is location of this SNM? Sinoatrial node is a patch of this tissue is present in the right upper corner of the right atrium. This is known as sinoatrial node, in short SAN. One more, another mass of this tissue is seen in the lower left corner of the right atrium, close to the atrioventricular septum, and it is known as atrioventricular node. In short, it is also known as AVN or AV node. So this way, this type of nodular tissue in structure of heart is present. It's a specialized cardiovascular structure, tissues, nodular structure, and two types, SA node and AV node. Bundle of nodal fibers, this atrioventricular bundle, AV bundle in short, continues from the AVN, which passes through the atrioventricular septum to emerge on the top of interventricular septum and immediately divides into a right and left bundle. These branches give rise to minute fibers throughout the ventricular musculature of the respective sides and are called Purkinje fibers. So, this way in the structure of heart, with this nodular structure SA node and AV node, this type of arrangement is also observed throughout the ventricular musculature of the respective side, and they are called Purkinje fibers. Nodal musculature has the ability to generate action potential without any external stimuli. That is the main role, important role of this type of structure. For example, it is a auto-excitable. So this way we can say it's having ability to generate action potential without any external stimuli. Number of action potential that could be generated in a minute vary at different parts of the nodal system. SAN or SNO can generate maximum number of action potential, that is 70 to 75 per minute, is responsible for initiating and maintaining the rhythmic, that is contractible activity of the heart. So this way this nodular region SNO can generate the maximum number of action potential, that is 70 to 75 per minute, and is responsible for initiating and maintaining the rhythmic contractile activity of the heart, and that's why it is called pacemaker. That is important here. This SNO is known as pacemaker in human. Our heart normally beats 70 to 75 times in a minute. So average calculation we can say 72 beats per minute. So in normal healthy person, beating of heart is actually 70 to 75 times in minute, and its average is 72 beats per minute. This way this nodular tissue, they play important role to generate this type of action potential for activity of heart. Due to role of this SNO, SAN, its function, it is also known as natural pacemaker. Due to any abnormality in its function in the body of human, okay, so artificial pacemaker is also installed. So it can work like this natural pacemaker SNO, and it is having lithium battery to generate this type of action potential. So now we can easily understand human circulatory system and the main organ, that is heart in human, and its structure and function. Now let's study figure related with human circulatory system, and that is exactly section of human heart. As per our theory, we know the human heart is made up of 4 chambers. So it's a 4-chamber structure. 2 auricles and 2 ventricles. Right and left each side 2 chambers are there, 2 upper and 2 lower. 2 upper auricle and 2 lower ventricles are located here. It is known as right atrium and left atrium, right ventricle and left ventricle. In this figure, we can easily study this 4 chamber of human heart. Now as we know, the atrium and ventricle, or atrium and ventricle itself, they are separated by septum structure, as well as opening is actually maintained by valvular structure. It's a tricuspid and bicuspid valve. We can understand in this figure also. It's between right atrium and right ventricle, tricuspid valve is there, and in between left atrium and left ventricle, you can see here clearly that is bicuspid or mitral valve. So this valvular structure, which can maintain the unidirectional flow of blood in human heart, and this way deoxygenated and oxygenated blood in our heart, it remains separated and double circulation can be maintained in human heart. Deoxygenated blood is emptied into right atrium through superior and inferior vena cava, you can see here, okay, and then it pass through this circulatory system, enter the lungs and becomes oxygenated, and further it is provided through main aorta to each and every body part. So in this figure we can see this four chamber structure, two atrium, two ventricle, okay, septum structure easily we can understand, arrangement of vena cava and aorta, then this is chordae tendineae muscular structure, easily we can say SA node and AV node, SAN, AVN we can understand, and Purkinje fibers and bundle of is clearly observed for our understanding. Okay, so by studying this figure, it's a section of a human heart. Now it's clear in our mind that is different arrangement in human heart, internal structure of human heart, and how the activity, it means that circulation pathway is carried out in human heart. Now we can understand by studying this figure. Cardiac cycle. Now we have clear idea about human circulatory system, structure of heart, its arrangement and its function. Now one more question, that is how does the heart function in our body. So we can understand is easily by studying this cardiac cycle. Okay. To begin with, all the four chambers of heart are in a relaxed state. At the time of initiating or beginning of this, they are in joint diastole. We can use this word diastole for this when all chambers are in relaxed condition. As the tricuspid and bicuspid valve are open, blood from the pulmonary vein and vena cava flows into the left and right ventricle respectively through the left and right atria. Semilunar valve are closed at this time. SAN now generate an action potential which stimulate both the atria to undergo a simultaneous contraction. It is known as atrial systole. This increases the flow of blood into the ventricles by about 30%. So by this type of action potential, they increase the flow of blood into the ventricle by about 30%. The action potential is conducted to the ventricular side by the AVN and AV bundle, from where the bundle of His transmit it through the entire ventricular musculature. This causes the ventricular muscular to contract, that is known as ventricular systole. Earlier, initially, that is also the condition where the fourth chamber was in relaxed condition. Then SNO generate action potential which contract both atria, that is atrial systole condition. And now in the next stage, that is the ventricular systole condition, it means that ventricular muscle to contract, the atria undergo now relaxation, that is diastole position, and with the ventricular systole. Ventricular systole increase the ventricular pressure, causing the closure of tricuspid and bicuspid valve due to attempted backflow of blood into atria. As the ventricular pressure increases further, the semilunar valves guarding the pulmonary artery at right side and the aorta at left side are forced open, allowing the blood in the ventricles to flow through these vessels into the circulatory pathways. Ventricles now relax, that is ventricular diastole position, and the ventricular pressure falls, causing the closure of semilunar valve, which prevent the backflow of blood into the ventricles. So it is maintained through this valvular structure. As the ventricular pressure declines further, the tricuspid and bicuspid valves are pushed open by the pressure in the atria extracted by the blood which was being emptied into them by the veins. Now the blood now once again moves freely to the ventricles. Ventricles and atria are now again in a relaxed condition. It is a joint relaxed condition as earlier. It means that which was observed in initial condition at the beginning of this cycle, again same situation is there. Soon the SAM generate a new action potential and the events described this way are repeated in such a manner, such a sequence, and the process continue. So here we have discussed in detail about one cardiac cycle, which events take place gradually, and this way again after completion of this SAM generates a new action potential again, and the events described same way, they are repeated in same sequence and the process continues. The sequential event in the heart which is cyclically repeated is called cardiac cycle this way, and it consists of systole and diastole, we can say, of both atria and ventricles. It means that rhythmically contraction and relaxation. Heart beats 72 times per minute, we know very well. That many cardiac cycle are performed per minute, we can say. So how many times it beats? 72 times per minute. That many cardiac cycles are performed per minute. From this, it could be deducted that the duration of a cardiac cycle is 1 cardiac cycle is 0.8 second. How can we make this calculation? Again, per minute 72 times, right? So 72 times cycle per minute. So how much time for one cycle? That is easily now we can calculate, and so result is 0.8 second. During one cardiac cycle, each ventricle pump out approximately 70 milli of blood, and which is called as a stroke volume. The stroke volume multiplied by the cardiac output, it can be defined as the volume of blood pumped out by each ventricle per minute, and its average is 5000 milli or 5 liter in a healthy individual. The body has the ability to alter the stroke volume as well as the heart rate, and thereby the cardiac output also. For example, we can say the cardiac output of an athlete, it will be much higher than that of ordinary men. So as we have discussed about the cardiac output of the normal healthy person, and that's say average 5000 milli or 5 liter in a healthy individual. Okay, so this way the cardiac output also may be differ like individual in person comparatively to ordinary person. During each cardiac cycle, two prominent sounds are produced which can be easily heard through a stethoscope. All have seen this stethoscope, right? Doctors use this stethoscope for same purpose. So during each cardiac cycle, when these two sounds they are produced, easily it can be heard by this instrument, and that is known as stethoscope. First heart sound, that is lub, is associated with the closure of the tricuspid and bicuspid valves, and the second heart sound, which is known as dub, it is associated with the closure of the semilunar valve. These sounds are of clinically diagnostic significance. So generally when we see this type of stethoscope instrument used by doctors for checking of the same string to diagnose this type of clinical diagnosis, this sound can be easily heard through this stethoscope. Two type of sounds are there. The first hard sound, that is lug, associated with the closure of the tricuspid and bicuspid valve, and second one, that is dub, which is associated with the closure of the semilunar valve, and these sounds are clinically diagnostic significance. So we can now understand in detail that what is one cardiac cycle, which phases or stages are take place in human heart, which changes occur through one cardiac cycle, how this cardiac cycle from initial, that is the relaxation of all four heart chamber, then contraction of atrium, ventricular, capillary alternately it take place, and this all sequential event in the heart which is in cyclically repeated is called cardiac cycle, and simply it is consist of systole and diastole of both atria and ventricle in human being. And as we know, the heart beats 72 times per minute. It means that this much type of cardiac cycle are performed per minute by human.